so sharp on you at all, sir.
Where's my bike? I'm here running up bills.
And the first morning.
Morning. Oh, Johnny boy! Oh, most important, mate. What do you know? I mean, I thought, here, this bloke's giving us a nice bottle of wine. We had to buy this. I thought I was getting a nice gift. Oh, going away present. Hey, mate. How are you, Captain Joe? All right?
Another comedy cameraman.
Window lickers are back in town this week.
All the red lights on. That means he's videoing. Welcome to the first day of the Maiden Somewhere Back in Time World Tour.
3, 1. 3, 2, 1. Hello to everyone out there in the Iron Maiden online world. I want to introduce myself. My name is Dave, and I'm going to be presenting these sort of episodes as we're going along this Iron Maiden tour with my good man, Mr. Johnny B, behind the camera. And this is it. This is the first day. We've just left Stansted, and well, actually we left Stansted a little while ago now, but we're taking this time because it's a little bit quiet on the plane, on this big 757 200, which you can actually see behind me. Maybe a little bit. It's quite dark at the moment because I think everyone's getting a bit of shut-eye before we get into Bombay. It's actually taken 10 months to get to this time. It's actually taken quite a long time, and even up until the last minute there was lots of other things going on in preparing this aircraft for actually what it is. So what we're going to try and do is show you a little bit of footage and show you how things actually get loaded onto this aircraft and everything else, and then we're going to take you down to Bombay and meet a few of the fans, and that's really the idea. We're going to try and go to every city, and we'll obviously come out into the crowd at various times during the show and come and meet you, really, and hopefully bit by bit you'll all get excited about when we come to your town. And yeah, we just want to show you everything as much as we can, really, in a few short segments. So as you all probably know, Bruce is obviously piloting his aircraft today on our way down. I don't think he could actually resist leaving the UK shores without flying it himself, really. There's actually 2 or 3 pilots with us, but we will have to share the load. But Bruce, I think, will be flying the majority of it, given half the chance. And as I said, this is a 10-month operation to actually get this thing flying. It's a 757. I think most of that, 30 tons of that, is fuel, and the rest of it is pretty much our gear and who we got on board. So it's a lot of work, and the guys, we have to break down the show every day, get the stuff loaded up, and then get on to the next town every day. So this is a huge operation, which is quite very unique, as many people have said before, but it's actually quite a unique operation because this has never really been done by anyone before. And hopefully we won't be setting a bit of a benchmark by doing this.
Yeah. 57. 5800, 1100. And we arrived on the ground at 55. 1455. 145. Well, it all started out, it's all the Australians' fault, really. We were badgered to go and do Australia for so long, and the problem is, it's such a long way away. The show is so comprehensive, and we take such an entourage with us, we could never figure out how to make it work. So, being as though I was a pilot, I came up with this crazy idea. I said, just imagine we had all the gear and all the crew and the band and everybody all in the same aeroplane. We could do not just Australia, but we could actually do joined up all the places in the world that we can't normally get to. That it takes us a whole month to go and do, a week of shows because of air freighting and delays and shipping things and everything else. So we could actually do a European style tour, a couple of shows, day off, gig, day off, couple of shows, for 6 weeks, but using continents instead of, cities. So we came up with this idea, and it just so happened that the airline I work for, Australis, had an aircraft which was, well, for want of a better word, wasn't doing anything for a couple of months around the right period. So I put the feelers out and said, could we take it off your hands? And that's how it started. The next thing was the equipment wouldn't fit. So I went, what about if we took the seats out the back? Can we put it in there? It's a bit more complicated than that, as we discovered. And finally, we've ended up with the world's only 757 combination cargo and passenger aircraft. We've put a quite swish interior in it. We've painted it up as Iron Maiden Air Force One, and we're going around in the world in it. Twice, actually.
And how unusual is that?
It's unique. I mean, first of all, there's no other airplane like this in the world. Secondly, no other band has ever done this. I mean, everybody knows about people, going along and, ordering rock stars ordering a chicken curry in Los Angeles from their local takeaway in Southall or something. But this is actually not just fun, but it's quite utilitarian and actually incredibly economical and effective too, because you can't drive between here and Mumbai and Perth. You have to fly, and if you're going to do it, you might as well do it with the aeroplane full, with all the gear on the aeroplane. So there's no wasted petrol on this aeroplane. It goes from A to B. We do a gig. B to C. We do a gig. So it is completely unique. Nobody's ever done this. The Stones don't go travelling with their road crew, and they certainly don't fly on the freighters that fly their gear. This is everything all rolled up into one.
Oh, sorry, just turned it off. The big one, right?
Yeah, the big one. very warm welcome to Dave, Adrian, Bruce, Steve, and Nico. Yannick is here to come. As you know, Iron Maiden has created records of sorts when they played in Bangalore last year. I'm very proud and privileged to be involved with both concerts in Bangalore and now in Mumbai.
Play that please.
Okay, so here we are in Mumbai, and we're just having a wander around to the crowd and various people around here and see if we can have a chat with a few of them and see what they're looking forward to tonight. And this is the first show of the tour, and these are a bunch of loony guys who just came in.
Twice in 1 year! Yeah!
Okay, well, I'll start with you.
Yeah, sure.
And what's your name?
My name is Nikhil.
Nikhil?
Nikhil.
Okay, where are you from, Nikhil?
I'm from Mumbai.
Mumbai?
Yeah.
So how come you've seen these guys twice?
Last year I was in Bangalore, I attended a concert, and from here it was all hectic, but once I saw Maiden, it was like God.
Meeting to the
Seeing
God.
God.
Meeting to the God.
Like seeing God.
Yeah.
And so that's a long way to travel to see Iron Maiden.
Yeah, sure. It was a long way, it was very hectic.
Nothing compared to Maiden.
Nothing compared to
Maiden's
Maiden. Once you see Maiden, it's like, you're like in heaven. Too good.
And how did you actually get into Maiden? Where did you first hear about it?
Yeah, I heard about it around 4 or 5 years ago, and I was into Maiden, and I started listening to Maiden, and it was like too good.
Start hearing music, exactly. That's it.
It's too addictive.
Yeah.
And the Maiden music is like totally different. Like totally.
One of the different kind of genres that is being
exactly.
produced by a band for 30 years on a run. One of the
There is
biggest,
no comparison
and
with Maiden, actually.
most popular bands that I can say.
Exactly. You can
Okay.
see the road there.
And what's the song you're looking forward to hearing tonight?
I have 7 songs. I know the dog. They want to play 7 songs, I know.
A lot of people very excited here at the moment, as you're about to see. Okay, so we have 5 guys here, all friends. You guys all from Mumbai, yeah?
Yeah.
All of us. And what's your name?
Ashya.
Sachin.
Abhinav. Sagar.
Niket.
Kartik. Harsh.
And what are the favourite songs you're looking forward to tonight? Anything special?
Rhyme of the Ancient Man.
Trooper.
Mysterious.
Maiden! Okay, I think that'll do, guys. Thanks. good morning, campers. This is Dave on day 4, and here we are at another drinking hole, I believe, which the bar are partaking. This is in the morning. We actually had a great night last night in Mumbai. Thank you very much, Mumbai. It was a great show. The fans really loved it. It was fantastic, and had a bit of a late night getting out there because the traffic here is wonderful. But so we're here at Mumbai Airport and ready to board the plane because we're going to head down via Jakarta to Perth, where we're going to go and say good day. And we've got a show tomorrow at the, I think it's the Burswood Dome or somewhere like that anyway. But we're going to come down there and look out for us, and we're going to come down and say hi, and hopefully it'll be a good show. We'll see you later. Cheers. Okay, well, we're here still in the airport, obviously, and I've managed to catch up with one of the prized assets of the Iron Maiden production team, Ms. Katerina Gauss. And she's, how would you describe yourself? The oil that makes the whole thing work, possibly?
Well, I wouldn't say that. It depends on who you ask. If you ask Dick, yeah, maybe. But everybody else, no. I just get the little bits done that people can't be bothered with. Yeah. You know what I mean? Somebody's got to do it. I'll do it.
Well, how did you find the, do you have any sort of the Indian bureaucracy? Have you had a bit of fun with that?
It wasn't that bad. It was okay. There were so many people that it was easy to get things done. Because if the first person couldn't do it, I would just ask the second and third and fourth people. And by the time you got to number 5, the first person was usually getting to it. So it was fine. It got done eventually. Everything I needed anyway.
So, well, we're actually on our way to Australia now. So are you looking forward to that?
Oh, my goodness. Yes. I'm going to organize a trip to the koala sanctuary if anybody wants to go in Brisbane. As soon as we land, drop the bags and go. And, yeah, really looking forward to it. Summertime there, can't complain.
Have you been there before?
Yes. But when I went, it was in June, so it was the winter time there. I mean, it wasn't cold still, but rainy. So I'm looking forward to hot weather, sunshine. Yay. Okay.
Well, we're going to try and we'll probably catch up with you at some point during
the whole time.
during operations as such. So, which will be maybe a bit more interesting than a security check area. But
you should catch up with Dick Bell too. I'm sure he's got loads of pearls of wisdom to dispense.
Yes, getting Dick Bell on a camera is a rare commodity. Trust me, it is. So that's it. So we managed to catch up with the legendary Sam Dunn. He seems to become a legend anyway from the amount of attention he got yesterday in Mumbai. It's a celebrity in his own right. But obviously Sam and Scott from Banger Productions are following us around on the tour, filming the documentary. And how did things go on the first day?
Really good. I mean, there's always a few glitches when you're starting out, you know, with the crew and all that boring stuff. But, I mean, I think that the crowd was great. The fans, we did this great interview with a fan on a train coming into the city, and kind of, you know, people were very excited to see Maiden again, you know. Even though the Bangalore show was huge, it's like people were ready to see the band again, and there was a whole new group out there. And I don't know, for us as a crew, it was, you know, we're getting to know the band now, and we're comfortable with them, and they're comfortable with us. So I think that in terms of the documentary, I think, you know, there'll be great live footage and everything, but there'll also be, I think, a perspective on the band that maybe people haven't seen before. It's a little more intimacy there, kind of spending time with the guys and really reflecting on how things are going and stuff like that. So, and plus, lots of drinking, of course, in between.
So, I mean, obviously you were in Bangalore last year. Do you think there's any comparison between the two places, or?
I mean, I think they're fairly similar. I mean, to be honest, I was focusing more on the band, I suppose, from my perspective. But I think that there's that passion. There's something really interesting about India. You know, it's like there's such a new youth culture that's kind of bursting here right now, and I think a lot of the kids are looking elsewhere for, you know, new forms of music, new forms of entertainment, and that kind of thing. And so I think that they're finding kind of a new identity and a new energy in Maiden.
Maybe we could set a little competition. Maybe we could say who can be the loudest crowd in South America to sing. Well, I don't know, Fear of the Dark. I think would probably be a good one.
It's a good choice. It's a good choice. Yeah. So
there's a little challenge for all you guys out there. I mean, you know, South America, Fear of the Dark. The gauntlet has been thrown down. It's wide open. I reckon. I know my money could be on Sao Paulo. I think maybe
well, we'll be the judges.
We'll be the judges,
is the judging
and we'll let you know at the end. Who knows? I don't Anyway, yes.
Is this Maiden Idol?
Maiden Idol, yes. Or Crowd Idol, in fact.
On IMTV.
On IMTV. Coming at you live, all day, all Dave. Okay. So I'm standing next to Ashley and Paul from the crew, who are, I have to say, probably... I have to be careful now, because Gonzo's standing there, but one of the more respected parts of the crew, I always believe, because you're always the first ones there and the last ones to leave, it seems to me.
Yeah, so that we can get our hands on the beer.
Might disagree, but
yeah. Mainly so we can get the beer. Mainly so we
Yes,
can
I
get the
know,
beer.
I know, it's not strictly true. But we wanted to talk to you quickly, really. It was about yesterday we sort of turned up, well, when you turned up at the gig. Obviously the set construction was a bit unusual.
It's kind of strange because both being set carpenters and yet we've never ever dealt with wood on tour before. It's a
and
bit
watching them with hammers was amazing. It's like something we've never used.
Never worked with wood as carpenters, you know, it's a bit strange.
Wood.
But quite fabulous how they actually managed to fashion something like that, literally out of pallets and scaffold planks. Anywhere else in the world that just wouldn't happen, and they still managed to get over it. It is quite remarkable, really.
I think you were saying something like only half an inch out.
It was probably about half an inch tolerance all the way around, which is better than we do with the stuff that's custom built for us on tour. So it was quite impressive, yeah.
Yeah, well, normally because you've got loads of scaffolding and everything else, which just we normally carry with us, but on this occasion we can't do any of that.
Do scaffolding? What's the matter with you? We've got a set.
Sorry, a set.
I must admit we were a bit dubious and we were expecting an awful lot of problems, but yeah, we're quite pleasantly surprised how well it worked, to be honest with you, yeah.
It all fitted, it worked. Our bits fitted well, yeah.
So you'd say day one would be a success?
Absolute success. Everybody's
downhill from here.
Everybody's adaptable, and it's that team game, everybody did a bit and it made it really, really easy because it could have been a nightmare, but it worked. Quite surprised. All we need now is a decent band and we're laughing.
Only come out for a curry.